Good evening. I don't know what that means, so I'll just click it off. Keeps telling me about my bit rate, Brad. I probably need to find out what that means, to be really honest. The current bit rate is lower than what it's supposed to be, or something. I don't know. I'll have to ask somebody that knows about that. Well, I could Google it. It'd be about 25 videos for it, I should imagine. I know what's happened here. Guess where I was the other night? I don't remember. As I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That's better. I went on with Ian the other day, and when you go on there, hello, Arnie, how you doing? I went on with Ian the other night on the Laid Back Vape Show, and they use StreamYards, and every time you go in there, it turns my computer audio down. So I have to remember when I come back in here to turn it back up to 85, because it had turned it down to 62 again, which it does every time. So I just thought I'd pop on. I've made a bit of a purchase. I was on about it the other day on Benny's. I bought myself the Osmo Pocket 3, and I just thought I'd show you the actual bits that come with it. So you can have a look. I've been doing a few shorts of that on my other channel. It's amazing. It's actually 4K 60 frames per second. So it's a pretty serious piece of kit, really. You can do shorts on it. You can do normal videos, 16:9, but you can do it in 1080p, 4K. It's got the same thing as it's pointing at you. Just press a little button, it turns around and points back at you. Quite a few people use it. If you actually look at it on the internet, there's a million users of it and a million different videos on it. I've just turned it on in the bloody thing. That won't be very good. It's an amazing bit of kit. Good, excellent. Thank you very much. So I thought I'd do a live and just show you all about it. I finally got my picture up. I've just been to a shop and bought a frame for my picture. It's actually from the miners' strike. I forgot the guy's name. I'm going to have to find out because people are going to ask who it is. That's the guy on the right of the photo is actually a miner with a toy helmet on, and the two on the left-hand side are actual police officers. And I've seen interviews. The guy on the right-hand side is no longer with us. He passed away. But the other two guys on the left-hand side are still with us. Obviously not in the police force anymore because it was a long time ago. But I'm going to have to remind myself of his name. I read the story and I've actually watched a different... hello, GT Twin Cam. How are you doing? I'll actually have to read up on the story again because all my family on my mother's side were all Yorkshire miners. And I think he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was from Yorkshire, Maine, which is where my granddad was and where my brother was. It's quite an interesting story. Like when the government wants to close you down and you don't want them to, so you have a go back and they don't like it. So I'll put my little camera down here. I don't know how long I'm going to stay, but because you never do in these situations. Sometimes you stay forever and sometimes you don't. It's like the cat's been on here. I'll show you what an Osmo Pocket 3 is. These aren't the cheapest thing in the world. If you actually Google them, they come up at just over 600 quid. But if you're into it's like playing golf. You either play golf with some cheaper rackets, cues, whatever they call them, bats, or you do it a different way, don't you? Well, this one comes with the Bluetooth microphone and everything. I did a couple of videos on it the other day. Didn't realise it was actually quiet and you could turn the microphone up. Let's see if it'll focus again. Come on, wake up. It will do in a minute. It's probably focusing on the light. So it's an ingenious little thing. You press that button there, and it's a gimbal and everything. So it does all its... so that if you're going to do a short, I'm going to show you my desk, innit? If you're going to do a short, you leave it in that mode. If you want to do 16:9, you just turn the screen round and it does it in that mode. The camera is fully adjustable. Just on a little joystick there. It's all the way up at the minute, isn't it? What am I doing? I'm doing something wrong. I'm zooming. This little thing there, and if you check it by accident, there you go. So it goes up and down like that. Filmmakers actually use these to do the outside shots on interviews and stuff like that because they're that bloody clear. I'm still watching videos to find out how to use it. So you can go from that, and if you press on the corner of the screen, you'll not be able to see it because the camera's on there. That's the zoom if you press it wrong. And you press that little button at the bottom of the actual screen because it's touch screen. And it just turns the head round like that. So you can go from forward facing and then back to outward facing. Wibbly wobblies. No, it doesn't wobble. It's made so it doesn't. So it's a proper gimbal. So when you're walking down somewhere, it should keep itself right. And if you just do that, it turns itself off. And you go into there. And it shows you what you've been filming in there. So there's all the stuff that you've been filming. There's last night's food review. I just decided I'd start doing that. You can't really see. It's not showing that up very well, but it is a lot clearer than that. Anti-wibbly wobblers, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a serious piece of kit. I mean, they say they're just over 600 quid. But you sort of... I mean, that screen is a lot clearer than what that is showing it is because obviously camera onto camera, it's not doing very well. But it's a hell of a thing. It really is. You can actually use it as a webcam as well. It's got auto focus. It's got, you can change the lighting in it and there's a million different videos to actually show you how to change all the settings and that in it. Yeah, it is. It's lovely. I'll show you. This is actually, I actually bought what they call, the reason it was a bit more expensive is I actually got the creator's kit. It puts itself away, look. When you get the creator's kit, you get this thing to go in it. Because obviously that piece there, if you dropped it on the floor, it may no longer work. In fact, you'd probably snap it off. So that goes into there. So it's got like a hard shell that comes with it. Now, if you just buy it on its own, you can just buy that bit on its own, but I bought the rest of it as well. So that's the bit that clips onto the bottom. That has no use whatsoever other than clipping onto the bottom. And then you can have a tripod in there. So you can stand it up like that, walk away from it, and it's also got a Bluetooth microphone as well. So that stands like that. Now, if you don't want to do it like that, I can't remember what mile the battery is, but obviously if you've recorded in 4K, this is an extending battery. We don't get that if you buy it standard. You have to buy this extra. As I say, this is why I bought the creator's kit. That just clips on the bottom, gives you another 62% of battery. So that just, make sure I get it the right way round. Just clicks on there like that. And it also gives you, I've got shovel-like hands, so it actually gives you a bit more of a carrying handle as well. And again, it's got the, on the bottom, it's got the quarter thread. So that'll go on. It's not going to focus on that, is it? That'll go on a traditional tripod as well. So a proper tripod. So you'll be able to set it up in here. When you want that off, you just click that there and do that. This is the thing. Yeah, that's right. Exactly right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Because, I mean, the other thing is with this, it's very, very small. So we were saying the other day, I mean, now to put an iPhone on top of a gimbal and walk through London, you'd be lucky if you got to the other side and still own the iPhone. Whereas this one, it just buries away in your hands. And it's like carrying a small cat, if you know what I mean. You know, nobody can see that you've got one. And then it comes with this. Now, this has got the best idea in the world ever, because I've got the Rode Go and it doesn't have this on there. That's magnetic. So you got this little magnet. So you tuck that underneath your shirt and then click it to the top. So it saves pinching up your shirt or clicking it on your collar or something like that. You know, so you can put it absolutely anywhere you want. And then on top of there, is a dead cat, a wind muffler. So that actually clicks in there so it doesn't fall out and clear off. Because the one on the Road Go was terrible. You sort of tried to click it on and it fell off all the time. It was a waste of time. And then the other thing is, if you use the Road Go on the phone, there's no way to actually turn the volume up that comes from this into that, or the Road Go into that. Whereas with this one, it's got its own setting, so it sets off at 0 and you can turn it up to 10. Well, I had it up at 8 the other night and it was way too loud. And the audio is pretty good. I mean, I was using it in an echoey kitchen last night, so it was echoing, but it was plenty loud enough. And obviously you can stand that miles away across the side. The other side of the room, obviously that's the wind muffler, so it's got that little peg there. It goes into the top of that microphone and just clicks in. Apparently in the industry they call them a dead cat for obvious reasons. So that's what it looks like. And you can give it a haircut. It's like Bill, isn't it? Before he had his hair done. Smashing. Give it a side parting like Graham. Put a pair of sunglasses on it, look like Graham, wouldn't it? You think? So that's that piece. So that magnetic piece goes there. Or I suppose you could even still use it in that microphone I've got, the Rode thing. You could shove that into there and still use that as a handle and put the muff over the top and use the interview mic with that as well. Then obviously it's not going to ring either. So then it comes with a cable, obviously. They all do Type-C, Type-C, which isn't really any good for my computer, but there you go. And because it's so fragile, they've even given you this nice piece of... Can I get my hand through there? Oh, you can. So that must fit on that bottom corner there. Somewhere. There. So that fits in there. Like a wrist strap, just in case you fall over so you don't drop it, I suppose. Have we got anything else? Apparently this is a wide lens. I've never tried using this. I don't think I've even had it out the back. That must just click in the front. How does that work then? Oh, it's magnetic. That's a good idea, isn't it? How cool is that? Have we got it on the right way? Yeah. So it just snaps on. Apparently that is a wide lens. So there it is, looking at the bottom of my camera. So that's clear enough, isn't it? I don't actually know how that works. And then there's a setting on here somewhere where you can actually plug you can plug it into your computer and use it as a webcam as well. Turn it off again. Oh, it turns itself off. That's cool. So I've only had it a couple of days, and there's many, many settings on it and many things that you can do. But obviously the weather's not amazing at the minute. I actually went out today and I was going to do... went to a famous fish and chip shop, so I was going to do some sort of thing in there. But when I got in there was loads of loud Christmas music on. So I think that's it. And it also comes in this amazing carry bag, which is waterproof and like rubberized. So it all fits in top of there. It's all soft inside as well. What's that there? Oh, that's the thing for the memory card. You think you need it just because? You need to go out there, Arnie, to do it. Yeah, it's got 3 internal microphones on it as well, on the actual handle. So if you was in here, I think that must be one of the microphones at the front there, underneath the screen. If I can get it to show it. I think it's baffling it. There you go. So there's a little microphone there, I think. I don't know where the other two are. But I was messing about with it earlier and it said your hand's covering the microphone. So you must have to hold it like that. But it makes a lot of difference for me with my shovelly hands to snap that on there like that, and you've got that additional handle. So there's 92% in there. I don't know what's in the actual camera itself. So it lasts you a while. The only thing is with it, you have to get a really quite expensive, fast-moving memory card, so they're not cheap. For the simple reason being that it's not. If you get the cheaper ones, they're not quick enough to run the video onto because it's 4K. So it's got 95% in the battery at the bottom and 92% in the top one. Yeah. So when you get it like that, it's a fair amount of kit, really, isn't it? So you just open them up like that. And it'll stand in front of you on a desk or a bench or whatever, or on a rock. There's loads of different things you can buy for it, especially with that quarter thread at the bottom, because that's pretty camera standard, isn't it? So you'll be able to stand it on a massive... Hello, Andy, how you doing? You'll be able to stand it on a massive tripod, just a normal massive tripod, and use it that way. And so the good thing is you've got that viewing screen on the front, so you can actually see what you're viewing. That's going to baffle that one, isn't it? That. There you go. You can see me. They don't like cameras, do they? But I think it will definitely be some use to me moving forward. You'll be able to do some right good stuff on that for your YouTube channel, won't you? So the good thing is if you turn it around sideways, you can do shorts on it. Or if you turn it up the other way, you can do just normal 16:9 videos. So one fits on your shorts, one fits on your normal video, for the normal channels that you do. What did I take out of there then? The only thing is with this the other day, I couldn't get the top of it, but I found out how you do it. It's just a bit of a click like that. I dread to think how much something as daft as that would be, because you can't get a copy for it. But this company, they also make drones as well. So they know what they're doing with cameras and stuff like that. I think the Chinese, I'm not sure. But there's also editing suite that comes on your phone in a... I ain't got my phone here now, so I can't show you. But it connects up to your phone. So whatever you've recorded on there, you can then download onto your actual phone through this thing, and then download that again. But there's an editing suite on there, but I found that a little bit complicated, to be honest. I'm used to using iMovie. So I download it, put it into iMovie, put your ends on, put your beginnings on, off you go. So really, if you went on holiday and you wanted to upload to your channel, as long as you've got a data connection or a Wi-Fi connection, you wouldn't need anything else. You wouldn't need a computer. You don't need anything. I can get the music through my phone out the music app, and it'll work a treat. Can you run it off a power bank? You can charge it up off one. You can charge it up from anywhere. And you can use that as a power bank. If I plug the microphone into there, I can actually charge the microphone up from that as well. The microphones aren't so bad because they last quite a long time anyway. And there's a new software that came out for it, or firmware that came out for it. And I found it yesterday and downloaded it in there. And it changed quite a few different things that were wrong with it initially that didn't make any sense. So they've sorted that out. But then there's another one for the microphone. Because what they were saying was people were doing was putting the microphone back in the case, moving on to the next place they wanted to film an hour away. And they left the microphone ticking over, searching for somewhere to go to, and it flattens the microphone. So on the new one, as soon as it becomes disconnected from the main thing, after 15 minutes, it'll switch itself off. But you have to manually download that and connect it to your computer. And to be honest, I've only just got a lead. I ordered it from Amazon and it came today. Let's do an unboxing. You watch, I'll have ordered the wrong one. But that excited about getting it. So now we'll be able to actually shove the stuff through into the proper editing software. I don't think that's the meter though. I think I may have ordered the wrong one. There we go. I haven't got any Type-C ports on my computer yet. I actually bought the ports to get put in there and then never got them put in. So until I get that done. This is a quick transfer one, so it'll be long enough for that. It's got a little tapey thing on it anyway. Last thing I want to do is be downloading stuff and it takes 6 months. It'll be long enough for that. Just from the back of the computer to the top of the computer, I'll leave the camera still on top of the... So that's my story. I was like a little kid the other day. I was that excited about ordering that. I've been thinking about it for months. 2 or 3 months I've been after one of them, and I've been thinking about it. And then you push the button and think, God, how am I going to pay for that? But you always manage to pay for everything, don't you? So it'd be interesting, especially getting to January, get Christmas done, and, you know, when I'm busy and stuff like that, when it's a bit quieter in January, probably get a few things done. I found a video today. I live in a place called Gainsborough in Lincolnshire, and there was a guy who had actually done the video. It was 6 months old, but I found a video that he'd done of where I live. And yeah, it was actually telling me stuff I didn't know myself. Apparently there's a tree around here somewhere that was voted the best climbing tree. I don't know if I'm going to bother. I don't even know where it is, to be honest. I'd never heard of it before. It went through the centre of where I live and on about the, obviously, the people that were some of the founding fathers of America that came from here. There was actually names from here on the rosters. Didn't get on the Mayflower. I think they got on the next one or the one after. And they went across to practice their religion in the USA many moons ago. But they were going to do a big thing about the founding fathers and people, you know, that left here because of religion to move over to what is now the US of A. And sadly, it was that year that it was COVID. That was the anniversary, so nothing ever got done, which was a bit of a shame. So that ruined it. But that's life, isn't it? So that's really all I've got to show you. I just thought I'd show you that camera. I'm probably going to do an in-depth thing on my other channel, but I don't really know how to work it myself yet, so I'm not going to be giving anybody any film tips. Hello, Stephen. How you doing, buddy? So we've got 4 people in. That's, I suppose, for a pop-up live, it doesn't really matter, does it? Anyway, let's have a talk about vaping for a bit. That usually gets people in. This is the stuff that Graham made me for my birthday in this little pod, 6 milligram. I've now got myself, whatever was wrong with me seems to have disappeared. Whether it was the blood pressure medication had started, I'm not sure whether it was that or whatever it was. I've had a massive headache for a week and a half and now it's gone away. So it might have been that, it might have been anything. But anyway, whatever it was, it's gone away. So today I am feeling bloody amazing. So we thought we'd go out, spend a bit of time, spend a lot of money. That's any trouble walking into shops at this time of year. You come out with loads of things. So that's what we did. I bought a new set of drawers for in here. I keep getting more drawers and more stuff to put in them. So I've got another set of 3 small drawers to put more e-liquid in. And, you know, just other little bits. I picked that frame up there, £5.50. Cracking that, absolutely cracking. I've been after one for about 3 months after when I bought that picture. It's a bit of an iconic picture, that, in the UK. Sort of represents the struggle of the miners during the miners' strike. I went out for lunch, went to Papa's, which is a famous chippy just outside Hull in a place called Willoughby. I don't know if it's famous, but they're good. They actually took over Cleethorpes Pier as well. They've got one on there, massive one. Seats about bloody 500 people, that. Same here, tripping over stuff. Sue's in charge of doing the shopping, to be honest. She's if it was left to me, they won't go out. I'd say here's 20 quid each, off you go. But Sue really loves Christmas, so I've been teasing her. She put some stuff in the, some stickers on the Santa stickers on the kitchen windows, and I'm calling it a council house Christmas. It is an ex-council house, and no disrespect to council houses because I'm a council house kid myself. And I'm going, oh look, Sue's council house Christmas. It's cost us all this money to make it not look like one, and all this crap like that. And she actually took notice of me after 40 years. Not really sure what that's about. But that's life, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to go in a minute. I just thought I'd pop on and put a video up about that. Because I didn't do it live this week. I felt like doggo, to be honest. But I still haven't had a drink. Which is 2 weeks and 2 days. Which for me is an awful long time, to be really honest. I can't remember that in the recent past anyway. So if there's only one thing, I've drank a lot less for 2 weeks, haven't I? It's the worst I've felt for bloody age. It might just have been a simple bug, because loads of people take blood pressure medication and they don't feel like, well, they've never mentioned feeling like death warmed up. But I felt like my head was going to explode. But God, since I've been on that, I can sleep. I can get 8 hours in, no trouble. More than sleep I've had since I've been an adult, to be honest. What's everybody's plans for Christmas before I go? What do you do, Arnie? Do you just stay in on your own, or have you got friends you go around to, or what do you do? Because you more celebrate Christmas Eve, don't you, in the US? We've got all the kids coming, all the grandkids coming, and a general day of debauchery. I got the internet back on anyway. Sent them a complaint. Said, if you can't provide me with an internet, don't bother. I've only been with you 5 weeks and I can't stand 2 days off. Can't even switch the bloody heating on when the internet goes off. That's the only trouble nowadays. They encourage you to put your everything on the internet, and then when you do, as soon as you ain't got no internet, you've got no stuff. Sounds about right. Are you going to Benidorm this year? You normally go to Benidorm, don't you, Andy? We're supposed to be going in February. We're on about it. I don't know if we'll make it, to be honest. Bloody, I tell you what, it's not easy to make money just at the minute. Everybody's moaning about everything, but it really isn't. So hopefully people are going to come out again because in November they've not been anywhere. I can't remember it being this quiet for a long, long time, but I suppose every time you switch the news on, there's another negative story about the government and everything. And people just get frightened to spend anything in case there's not going to be anything left. But it looks like another winter of discontent if they carry on like this. We'll see anyway, see what happens. Maybe next year, yeah. I love Benidorm. We've got up in a villa near Alicante. Well, I think it's nearer Benidorm, to be honest. We're going there in June. We've actually booked the flights for that, and the villa's booked, and we've just got to pay for the second week because they've actually donated it after we got robbed, which was really kind of, and there's no need to do anything. People have no need to ever do anything for you, but it's so surprising how some people are. So we're going to go and do that. Other than that, I ain't got anything booked. Same over there. You're going to have a few beers here. Where are you, Stephen? Are you in Belgium? I've been to Belgium, but I've only been to where the ferry stops. And no, you're playing with all the shit you've bought this week. What you bought this week, Arnie? I don't know if you can get the Osmo over there. Yeah. It's I do like Belgium. I'm trying to think. Where did everybody think? Zeebrugge. Went into Zeebrugge. Where does that take you to? I can't think where it is. The name's gone completely out of my head. But we went there. We just went for the day, and it's amazing. Middle of there with all those bars in a big area, and fantastic beers. Absolutely fantastic beers. One thing about Belgians is they know how to make ale. Bloody beautiful. and strong as well. They don't mess about. I love strong beer. I love the taste of strong alcohol that it's going down. It's beautiful. You ain't got to have 20 of them, have you? And that chilled out feeling when you've had about 4 of them. Bruges, that's it. That's exactly where it was. There was actually a film called Bruges, wasn't it? Filmed in Bruges with him that's just played the Penguin. And one of them ends up getting good new guitar. There you go then. You've got to get back on tour. Do you live in, is anybody, adjoined to your house then? Are you going to keep them up all night, giving them a tune, or can you actually do it? But ours is all the houses are fastened together. It's what we call a terraced over here. So you have to be a little bit careful what you're up to in the middle of the night. Otherwise, people you'd wake them up, start playing music. And even with this, I have to be a little bit careful. It's no good coming in at 3 a.m. and start to do a review. Well, Sue's in now anyway, so I think she'd soon tell me. Excellent. That'll give you something to do. Right, I'm going to clear off. I'm going to just sort of pop on and do something about that thing, because I haven't showed anybody it yet, apart from Sue, and she's bored at looking at it, and she's sick of me pointing it at her and recording what she says. But hopefully, I say, it's going to do some good for my other channel, and we're really looking forward to doing stuff with that. Take Sue out for a walk and film stuff. She said, I'll come for a walk with you. So you won't want to be in the film. She went, no, I'll stand back. I don't want to be in the bloody film. Right, catch you all soon, everyone. Thanks for popping in. There's not many people coming today, but it's life, isn't it? If you just do these pop-up lives, people don't. They'll be on the way home from work and stuff like that. But if you're on the replay, thank you very much for watching. And I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you're looking for one of these cameras, have a look on Amazon. It's 20 quid cheaper since I bought it because of Black Friday week. I felt like sending it back and ordering it again and getting the 20 quid off. So, right, catch you all soon. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.